Hello everyone, welcome back to the POPSICLE KNIGHT channel. My name is Joseph. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out this video. Please don't forget to click the like button if you like this video, or hit the thumbs down if you don't. It will really help me out to get this video to more viewers like you. Also, if you enjoy the contents of this channel, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and feel free to share this content. With that said, let's get started. Today, we're looking at another Orbeetle deck from Battle Styles, so let's review its base build. Orbeetle has 110 HP and the main setup engine for this build will be centered on its Evomancy attack. Starting at 1 colorless energy, for each energy attached to this Orbeetle, you can search your deck for stage 2 Pokemon, except for another Orbeetle, and put them straight to your bench without having to go through its basic and stage 1 pre-evolution. This is the only stage 2 Pokemon that we need to evolve. We'll be playing 5 basic Pokemon for the Orbeetle setup, 3 Blipbug and 2 Chimecho. In most cases, it's ideal that you set up at least 2 Blipbug on turn 1 so that your opponent doesn't keep knocking it out, which could prevent you from setting up at all. Level balls will help out to search for our Blipbug and Chimecho. It is worth noting that I've added Dottler to this build because sometimes when your opponent disrupts your hand too often in the beginning of the game, sometimes it helps to just evolve into Orbeetle without having to depend on rare candy. Chimecho is very important at the very beginning of the game, especially if you don't have all the elements in your hand for fully evolving Orbeetle and energizing it. So we'll be using its Auspicious Tone attack, which lets you search your deck for any one Pokemon and any one supporter card. This will let you get a Pokemon from the evolution line for Orbeetle and also get Green's Exploration for the support card, which will let you search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards. You can search your deck for Rare Candy, Pokemon Communication, or Evolution Incense to completely evolve your Orbeetle next turn, or another support card for setting up on your next turn like Pierce. But keep in mind, you can only use Green's Exploration if you don't have any Pokemon with abilities in play, so make sure you use this support card before putting any Pokemon with abilities in play. And I also have Skyla so we can continue to search for trainer cards throughout the game. And once you evolve Orbeetle, it's just a matter of getting a triple acceleration energy. That way you can bench at least 3 stage 2 Pokemon right away. This is where Pierce comes in. You can search your deck for any dark type Pokemon and any energy, but we'll be using this more for getting a triple acceleration energy. All of these steps should occur within your first 2 turns. At this point, you should now be able to use Orbeetle's Evomancy. Remember that you can only search for stage 2 Pokemon from your deck, so if your stage 2s happen to be in your hand, you can use Pokemon Communication to send them back to the deck. Or you can also use Marnie. Not only will it disrupt your opponent's hand, this can also help to shuffle your hand back to the deck and then you draw 5 new cards. And I also have Ordinary Rod to get our Pokemon or energy from the discard pile back to the deck. And you can also use Scoop Up Net to remove your Pokemon from play, which can free up some space. And lastly, I have Switch for mobility. This will be the base build for Orbeetle. So for our new stage 2 that will pair with Orbeetle is Luxray from Battle Styles. This build will focus on Luxray and will be a standalone in this deck. Luxray is a rapid strike Pokemon and it has 150 HP. It has 2 attacks. The first one is Electro Step. For 1 lightning energy, it will do 40 damage to any of your opponent's Pokemon, and you have to switch this with one of your benched Pokemon. But because it is a hit and run attack, you might just end up losing a prize card if you just switch into another Pokemon. So for safety measures, I've added copies of Lily's Pokédoll. This is considered as a 30 HP colorless Pokemon, but you don't give up a prize card if your opponent knocks it out. And if it's in the active, you can choose to send it back to the bottom of your deck anytime during your turn, so you can switch into this after using Electro Step. And you can even equip Lily's Pokédoll or any of your Pokemon with Rocky Helmet, so that if your opponent attacks and damages your active Pokemon this is attached to, it will deal 2 damage counters on the attacker. These little chip damage from Electro Step or Rocky Helmet will help out to increase Luxray's second attack. Its second attack is Scar Strikes. For 1 lightning and 1 colorless, it will deal 100 base damage. But if your opponent's active Pokemon already has damage counters on it, this attack will do 200 damage instead, which is actually pretty strong, so this will be our main attacker. And to help with the chip damage, I've included a 2/2 line of Arctozolt with the ability Biting Whirlpool. Every time your opponent attaches an energy from their hand to their Pokemon, that Pokemon will receive 2 damage counters. Arctozolt line actually worked out with this Orbeetle build because it doesn't have a basic pre-evolution. Instead, you'll have to set up a rare fossil, which is considered as a 70 HP basic Pokemon, but you still cannot start the game with this one, since it's technically a trainer card. You can discard this from play at any time, and it can't be affected by special conditions, which comes in handy sometimes actually. So even with the Arctozolt line, we'll still be starting the game with Blipbug or Chimecho. To energize Luxray though, you will need to attach an energy one at a time. But if necessary, I've added in Butterfree with a triple charge attack. For just one colorless energy, it lets you search your deck for 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. I also have the infamous Dusknoir included with this build because it's so good at disrupting your opponent who uses special energy. It has the ability Spectral Breach, which disables all effects of special energies, and it becomes just a regular colorless energy, and this applies to both players. I also have Energy Retrieval, allowing you to get 2 discarded basic energy cards back to your hand, a copy of Viridian Forest Stadium allowing us to find energy, and a copy of Boss's Orders so we can gust an already damaged Pokemon to the active, allowing our Luxray to deal a decisive blow. And as for energy, I included 2 copies of Twin Energy and 10 basic Lightning Energy. This deck build is a little difficult to play, it's a little technical, and I gotta admit it's not as consistent as I would like it. But it does work most of the time, but it definitely still needs a little refinement. In most of my games though, one of the major problems I have is getting the energy when I need it. But overall, I'm pleasantly surprised at how well it works. And that's pretty much it. The deck list will be in the description below. But enough talk, let's see some gameplay. Alright, so our opponent's choosing who goes first, and we get to go first. Really nice. We will mulligan, and our opponent will also mulligan. Alright, there's Chimecho and Blipbug. Nice. And we got a triple acceleration, so... Oh, okay. Our first prey. Okay. We are up against an Urshifu Rapid Strike VMAX. Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. So you know where this is going, right? But you know what? Rapid Strike is actually pretty good. It can win against our deck, but they're gonna have a hard time. Okay, they got Phalanx, got Urshifu V, and the Penguin. Alright, so let's use some Level Ball. Get another Blipbug, because you know how fast these Urshifu Rapid Strike, and we don't have a Mew to protect our bench, so we do need to kind of go overboard with this. But I will take a chance though, because I don't want to overfill the bench and then we don't have any space for the other stage 2. So I think I'll just go ahead and put an energy on one of the Blipbugs. And I'll just pass it on to our opponent because we can't really use Chimecho yet. And shout out to those who put a comment on how to pronounce the right pronunciation for Chimecho. So I've been saying Chimecho. Chimecho makes a lot more sense because echo has something to do with sound. And this is a wind chime Pokemon, according to the card, so it makes sense. It makes sense. So shout out to those who made that comment. So what we're gonna do here next turn is put an energy on Chimecho and then get ourselves Pokemon, or actually we can use. We can already use Green's Exploration here. I'm just gonna get a... Wait, hold on. We can just get an Evolution Incense and a Rare Candy. And then we can evolve into... Yeah, let's just get the Evolution Orbeetle. Put it in our hand, use Rare Candy. Then we can just use Switch. And we can use Twin Energy, Evomancy, and we're gonna get, of course, Dusknoir and 2 Luxray. Yes, Dusknoir. it's gonna be an easy one, I hope. So if our opponent doesn't know how to deal with this one, we got this. We got this game. But Luxray is weak against fighting, so they could possibly just one hit our Luxray, and that's gonna be game over. So we really have to think this through. Make sure that they don't knock out our main attacker. So we have Ordinary Rod. We gotta save that for sure, because if our Luxray can easily get knocked out, we need to get that back from the discard pile and bring it back to the bench. So that's gonna be our main thing for this matchup. There's the Octillery. That's fine. They can get as much special energy as they want. But you know what? Hey, Orbeetle is resistance to fighting, so we might survive this after all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and promote Luxray, attach an energy, and I'm gonna Electro Step. I'm gonna just Electro Step this Phalanx because it's the only thing that's a little bit of, it's the most dangerous right now. They usually Urshifu VMAX builds doesn't carry a lot of basic energy, so that's why I'm targeting Phalanx right now. And even if they use up the Rapid Strike energy, they won't be able to attack with the... But you know what? That first attack is still pretty powerful. For sure. And it can knock out any of our Pokemon, so that's not good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Rare Fossil here. We can possibly evolve it in the next few turns and be able to do some chip damage on a lot of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and chip damage with Electro Step, and I'm just gonna switch into Blipbug for now. Anyway, even if they gust our Luxray, we have another one all set up. So, and then all we need to do is Ordinary Rod, and we can bench more using Orbeetle, because our Orbeetle survived the first attack, so that's good. Ooh, okay. There's the Rapid Strike energy, but that's not gonna do any good. It won't do you no good, my man. So all they have, what they could do is switch out and then switch back into the active to get a knockout. But other than that, they really can't do any. They can't do any significant damage. I mean, they can retreat. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say they can just retreat. Alright. So they were able to do that with that Gale Thrust. They can do 150 damage. Okay. So what we could do is sacrifice a Luxray to get 200 damage on Urshifu VMAX. Is what we could do. If we put this triple acceleration, it's gonna stay in Luxray, so I'll just go ahead and do a 200 damage here. Still has 90 HP, so we can always boss order in the next turn, and we can get a 3 prize card off of this. Ooh, G-Max Rapid Flow. So Luxray will get knocked out, and even if they hit our Luxray in the bench, oh okay, they hit the Orbeetle, so they get 2 prizes for that. We still have a Luxray, so we can knock it out this turn. But then again, Then again, their phalanx can just knock our Luxray out. So what do we need to do here? I'll just put an energy on Luxray for now. I'll just knock out this Urshifu VMAX. That'll get us 3 prize card. So I think we have to start setting up another Orbeetle. I mean, they need 2 prizes. They only need 3. They still but only need 2 more prizes. So all we have to do is knock out this phalanx. But how we're gonna do that? Let's see, 2, 4, 6. You know what? With the Pokemon they have in the bench, they won't be able to knock out Luxray because it's gonna hit for 120. Oof. They just needed 1 more on the bench. They could have knocked out our Luxray. I'm gonna use Skyla to get level ball. I'm gonna start setting up another Orbeetle here if we can catch up. If we can catch up. And I'll just use Ordinary Rod, do both. I'll get a Luxray and an Orbeetle. You know what? Not that we need it, but that's fine. And we'll get 2 Lightning Energy back into the deck. And I'm just gonna Scar Strike. Knocking that one out. We get a prize card. So, they don't have any other Pokemon. And Empoleon V has 210 HP. If they attach an energy on it, it's gonna do a chip damage because of our Arctozolt. And we can just knock it out with Luxray. They won't be able to attack with this Empoleon V anyways, because they'll need 3 energy to attack. So I think that's it. We have a boss's order. Even if they retreat back with it, that's gonna be it. So a close one. They could have had me. All they needed was 1 more Pokemon in the bench. Let's see, rock. Let's do scissors. All right, cool. We win. Nice. Interesting. They're using a Dan. I mean, you know what? It's fine. So that rapid strike again, it's no use. So it's just a colorless energy. Scar Strike for 2 prizes for the win. They honestly could have had me, but it went in our favor, so good game. Alright, our opponent is choosing is gonna go first, and we are gonna go second. So Blipbug can go in the active. I wonder if we're up against an ADP. Alright. Okay. Single strike Pokemon. They have a Tepig in the active. And a Houndour on the bench. So what options we got here? We can get a Chimecho. Put that on the bench. Put this rare fossil on the bench. Replace their stadium with ours. And I'll put an energy on Blipbug. And we'll just retreat into Chimecho. Put this Rocky Helmet and just pass. Not much to work with in our hand right now. So in the next turn we will need to use that Viridian Forest to get an energy. Put it on Chimecho and then get our Green's Exploration and start evolving into our Orbeetle. Oof. Alright. Chimecho survives, but not for long. But at least that did some chip damage to Tepig. I can use this Twin Energy. Yeah, I'll just use Twin Energy. So I'm gonna use Auspicious Tone to get our Orbeetle and Green's Exploration. Yeah, either way, I could have used the Pokemon communication, but we still need a Pokemon. So getting that Orbeetle actually is the best option, because we could have gotten an Arctozolt, but then really Orbeetle is our priority. So Chimeko's not going to survive here, but at least Pignite will get another chip damage, making it easier for us to knock it out once we set up our Luxrays. So I think I'll just put the rare fossil for now, because we still don't have a lot of energies to go by. I will use Green's Exploration to get rare candy and Pierce. So I'll go ahead and evolve into Orbeetle. I'm hoping they don't have a boss's order, because our whole setup will just go downhill from here. I'll use Viridian Forest to get lightning energy and attach it on Orbeetle. That way we can get four stage 2s in the bench right away. So since we are dealing with single strike Pokemon, Dusknoir will really come in handy here again. I hope it's not priced, but it really does go a long way, because that single strike energy is gonna be just like a colorless. So let's see if we can set up in the next turn. We can always just... Oh, they are able to use Mustard. That's cool. Wow. Okay, so they have a Houndoom already set up in the bench. Oh, a second Houndoom in the active. So at least they won't be able to use boss's orders anymore. They'll be able to knock out this rare fossil, I believe, because they'll deal 50 damage plus the extra increased damage on using the single strike energy. You know, I'm just thinking about it now. That chip damage that they're doing on their Pokemon is actually helping us out. So, yeah. So exactly 70 damage on the rare fossil. So we don't even need to set up Arctozolt anymore, because they're already doing chip damage on themselves. Let me just get a lightning energy here using Viridian Forest. I'm gonna use Pierce to get a triple acceleration. Now we can get 4 Pokemon. Dusknoir, here we go. And I guess we have all of our stage 2s from our deck into the bench now. Unfortunately, our other Luxray is prized. So we are going to be limited what we can do here. But at least, you know, their Houndoom won't be able to attack. That's one. Because now it just has 2 colorless energy attached to it. And then their Urshifu V. Let's see. Okay. Their Urshifu V could attack. Alright. So now their Urshifu V is in knockout range. We just need to get 2 energies on our Luxray. Combustion 90. Okay. So it's not doing enough damage. That's good. That's good. So I think I'll just put an energy on Butterfree here. I'll retreat. And I'll just use Butterfree to energize Triple charge to energize these Luxray. So we have one that's fully energized and one with one. We could just they'll be able to knock out Butterfree, but that's fine. We can knock out this Embor. Yeah, we can knock out this Embor. And even if they promote Urshifu V, they won't be able to attack. Yeah, they won't be able to attack because now they don't have fighting energy on Urshifu V. Because most of its attack needs two fighting energies. Although they can use Viridian Force to just get another one. But that's okay because here, let's attach these twin energy. Scar Strikes, knocking out this Embor. Get a prize card for that. Another Marnie, okay. There's the Urshifu V. Let's see what it's gonna do. It can knock out our Luxray. Okay, there's the fighting energy. But they'll have to... Okay. Now they won't be able to attack with Urshifu V. Dusknoir. You know, I think Orbeetle can be like a tier 1 deck. You just need Dusknoir and then like the right stage 2s and beat everybody else in the tier 1. I think the only problem we will have is ADP. Okay, it's our opponent's scoops. Alright, good game. Okay, we get to go first. We can choose to go first, anyways. And we're both gonna mulligan. I still don't get anything, so we're up against the grass type deck. That'll be interesting. Okay, here's our. Hopefully, this is our last mulligan. Don't want to give our 4 mulligans for real. So that gets our opponent what? 4 extra cards, man. Well, I mean, we have Marnie. That's fine. Let's go ahead and use Pokemon Communication. Put this back in the deck. Get a Blipbug for setup, and I'll just put an energy on Chimecho for our next turn. So Dusknoir can stay in our hand for now, because once we get Green's Exploration, we can just Pokemon Communication it back to the deck to get an Orbeetle, get a rare candy. And we already have a triple acceleration, so we can start getting our 3 stage 2s in the bench. You know what? Let me just use Evolution Incense and get a Dottler, because I can evolve this now. We won't be able to evolve it anyways. After we'll still have to use Auspicious Tone before fully evolving into Orbeetle. At least that gives our now Dottler a higher HP, so that you won't be able to knock it out as easily. So I'll go ahead and get Orbeetle and then Green's Exploration. Since we already have Orbeetle set up, technically, I could probably just get use Green's Exploration to use or to get another card other than what we need for Orbeetle. So I could possibly get a rare fossil. Meanwhile, our opponent is trying to evolve this Caterpie. Now it's a Metapod. They also have a Decidueye line. And they don't have any other basics, so that's fine. That's fine. Our opponent's having a really bad start here. So unfortunately that could cost them the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this Dusknoir back into the deck. And I'll get a Arctozolt. Then I'm gonna use Green's Exploration. I'm gonna get a rare fossil. We only have one. And I think Scoop Up Net. Let's see. I think I'll just get Rocky Helmet because if they do end up knocking out our Orbeetle, at least it will deal a little bit of a chip damage, which can go a long way when we start attacking with Luxray. So I'm gonna go ahead and Evomancy with this triple acceleration. We have 3 Luxray. I think I will just have to get all 3 actually. So after I evolve into Arctozolt, I can use Marnie, mess up our, disrupt our opponent's hand, and we can get new sets of cards in our hand. So that's the plan. So all we have to do now is basically energize Luxray. I could have gotten a Butterfree. I could have used a Scoop Up Net so we can scoop up Chimecho. But I think the Rocky Helmet is a better option. Maybe. I could have made a mistake, but that's fine. We'll go with it. Alright, so they have a Butterfree that uses Panic Poison. We are now poisoned, burnt, and confused. And let's go ahead and evolve into Arctozolt. I'm going to use Marnie. Hopefully we get a switch or something. No, we don't. But we do have an energy for Luxray. And I'm just going to go ahead and pass. That's fine. Even if they knock out this Orbeetle, I'm glad it's still standing its ground. Because if it got knocked out at the end of our turn, then we'll have to switch one of our other Pokemon, which is gonna be another price card given if we did that. So at least this time around, we can put another energy on our Luxray and knock out this Butterfree. And even if they evolve into Decidueye, it only hits for 90, so Luxray will be okay. So they also have Rillaboom and Orbeetle VMAX. So this might be a tough fight, or we could actually just lose this game. Because one of the things that I've found out, or I'm finding out with this Luxray, is that because it does only hit for 200 and it requires that your opponent have chip damage on them, even then you're hitting for 220. But Luxray does get knocked out really easily. So if you don't have Luxray, a lot of Luxray set up, then you just end up losing all of your attackers, and then you just basically lose the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Level Ball, thin out our deck, and put that on the bench. We can switch out into Blipbug if we need to. And we have another Rocky Helmet. I'm just gonna put it here on Luxray in the active, and I'm just gonna knock out this Butterfree. That'll get us a prize card. At least we don't have to worry too much about the V Pokemon in the bench yet because they don't have any energies. So even if they put like an energy on one of them to attack, it will deal some type of chip damage on their Pokemon. So they're gonna use Pokemon Breeder's Nurturing, which could evolve. Alright, they're just gonna evolve that. And Orbeetle VMAX. Okay. So they put an energy on Rillaboom V. Not it only has 220 HP, so now Luxray is in range to knock it out in the next turn. So yeah, Luxray is alright. The Arctozolt synergizes well with it actually. If only I can set up a lot of Arctozolt, that'd be cool. Scar Strike for a knockout. We get 2 more prizes for that. Easy prize. We get a Lily's Pokédoll and a Skyla. Nice. Now I do have a Stealthy Hood. I think it's good. It's very circumstantial though. You don't really need it every game that you play, but it does come in handy. Which now that I'm thinking about it, Orbeetle VMAX has that Eerie Beam, and the Stealthy Hood can actually protect one of our Luxray from getting any damage from that ability. So yeah, so this is that instance, I guess, one of those instances where it is useful. Otherwise, for the majority of matchups that I have played with Luxray, I don't usually need to use Stealthy Hood. So they're gonna use Overgrowth and evolve into Rillaboom. So this is gonna be dangerous because with this Luxray deck, I do have trouble energizing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just boss's order Rillaboom, because if they end up energizing Rowlet Executor too much, you could just take away all of our energies and we'll just die. We're just gonna get knocked out because we can't energize fast enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and do Scar Strike on this Rillaboom. It has 3 retreat costs, so hopefully they don't have anything that will switch it out. They could Voltage Beat into the energies onto Rillaboom to retreat, but then at least that's gonna buy us some time with Rowlet Executor Tag Team. But they decide to put those energies on Rowlet Executor and an extra chip damage because of Arctozolt putting that energy from their hand. So both of our Luxray in the bench have energy. We have Viridian Force, so we can just easily get Lightning Energy for our Pokemon in the bench. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and Scar Strike this Rillaboom before it does any more energizing. We get another prize card for it, so we just need 2 more. But now at least they can't remove all of our energies with the GX attack of this Rowlet Executor, because they need 6 energies to be able to use that. So we were able to get out of that that badness before it happened. So our Luxray is gonna get knocked out. Oh, okay. Okay, well, the helmet helped out. Now we can use this Luxray to do some... So we got 2 energies. Let's see, I'll go ahead and use Skyla. Get a rare candy. evolve into Orbeetle just in case we need another set of Luxray, because they are only getting one prize card per turn, so should be fine. I think I'll go ahead and put Radiant Force there. Use Ordinary Rod to get just this Luxray, I think. It's fine. Get 2 energies back into the deck. And I'll discard that from Radiant Force to get a Lightning Energy. And I'll put this Lily's Pokédoll in the bench. And I'm gonna go ahead and Scar Strikes. Even if they attack us and they heal, that's fine. But they won't be able to recover fast enough. They won't be able to recover fast enough. So their Orbeetle VMAX has 2 energies now. So it will hit for 150? Yeah, exactly 150. Because it attacks for 50 plus each energy. Oh no, it's actually gonna hit for 200 because Luxray has twin energy. Yeah, 200. Okay, so that Stealthy Hood is helping us out, but then even then, it's not gonna survive an attack from from this Orbeetle. So I think for now I'm gonna use Electro Step, retreat into Lily's Pokédoll. What I could do in the next turn if they have a boss order and knock out our Luxray, so they'll have 2 prize cards. I can use Orbeetle to get another Luxray into our bench. But then again, I still won't be able to... Oh, you know what? All we need is a chip damage, actually. All we need is chip damage on that Rowlet Executor to win the game. So, yeah, even if they knock out our Luxray using boss's order, we can promote Orbeetle, put 1 energy, get another Luxray into the bench. Even if they knock out Orbeetle, we can just get another energy chip damage on that Rowlet Executor and still win the game. Unless they have a Mew, then that's it. It's gonna be game. But yeah, I think those extra turns that we had in the very beginning ultimately kind of probably saved us this game. Alright, I think that's gonna be it. They don't have any boss's order. And all we have to do is Electro Step that Rowlet Executor, get our last few prize cards, and we win the game. Nice. It's cool. Good game. Alright, we get to go first. I'm opting to go first here. Put Blipbug in the active. We do have Green's Exploration, which is really good. And a triple acceleration. And it looks like we're up against a Dragapult VMAX. I have been able to play with a lot of Dragapult VMAX builds. It is a little bit difficult, especially in the very beginning, because Dragapult does deal 5 damage counters on the bench. So sometimes when I have Chimecho in the active, they're able to set up a lot quicker because Dragapult only needs 2 energies. So by that time, they usually knock out my active and the bench. So setup with Orbeetle is gets really difficult with this matchup. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So let's use Level Ball, and I'm gonna get a Chimecho, put that on the bench, and let's see, I can put the energy here, and I'm just gonna pass. That sets it up to, I mean, we can use Green's Exploration right away, They can't evolve into Dragapult VMAX, so with that 30 damage, we should be okay. So what we're gonna do here is use Green's Exploration, and let's see, what we can get is Pokemon Communication and Rare Fossil. We have Rare Candy already. So with the Rare Fossil, we can set up Arctozolt in the next few turns. And I'm going to use Pokecom to get Butterfree back into the deck. And we're going to get our Orbeetle. Evolve that using Rare Candy. And then we can use Triple Acceleration to get 3 Pokemon on the bench. Let's see. They're not using any special energies just yet, but I'm sure they have like Horror Energy. So I will play Dusknoir and 2 Luxray here. They will evolve into Dragapult VMAX though, and they're gonna max Phantom to knock out our Orbeetle, which is not... I mean, you know what? It's done its job. So we should be fine without it for some time. We could set up another Orbeetle if we need to. And they're gonna start targeting our Luxray. So the only... we'll put that in the active. The only problem now is getting our energy. But we do have Marnie. And we'll evolve into our Arctozolt here. So every time they attach an energy to their Pokemon, they're gonna get damage counters. We do get a lightning energy from that Marnie, which is really good. So we'll attach that in the active. We can start chipping away at this Dragapult VMAX. We can switch into Chimecho for now. Even if they knock it out, at least that will keep our Luxray alive. I am a little bit glad that we did get a lot of good cards at the offset of this game, which actually helps us out in possibility of beating this Dragapult VMAX. And the thing with Luxray, it has 150 HP, so even with Dragapult VMAX, they won't be able to one-hit KO any of our Luxray. But they are chipping away at it, so they are at the KO level, KO range of Dragapult. So I'll attach this Triple Acceleration to do 200 damage on this Dragapult. It still has 80 HP though, so not sure how we're gonna deal with this, but it's gonna be a pretty close call. If they attack, you will deal 20 damage to it, so 60. Still a little bit far away from where I want to be here, but we'll see. They have a very interesting deck because they're mixing a dark type with a psychic type, which is really interesting. Okay, they're just gonna get another baby Dragapult line going. Not sure why they did that, but if that was me, I would have just knocked out the Luxray in the active. But I'm just gonna go ahead and thin out the deck, and I'll put Blipbug in the bench so we have some Pokemon to switch with. So I'll just go ahead and Electro Step, and I'm gonna switch into Blipbug for now. So now their Dragapult VMAX is in KO range. We just need to Electro Step one more time. We should be able to knock it out. And our Luxrays in the bench are still good. Even if they do that 50 damage, we're gonna keep living for the meantime. So one more Electro Step, and we gotta start worrying about that Grimmsnarl VMAX or VMAX. their bench. So I'll just go ahead and promote Luxray here. And let's see. Don't need to use Ordinary Rod yet. And I'm just gonna Electro Step Dragapult VMAX for the KO. I'm gonna switch into Chimecho. That gets us 2 energies, which is really good. Good. And a Lily's Pokédoll. Okay, they're gonna use Hop. Okay, I gotta admit that our opponent's deck is not as optimal, but you know, we were able to take down a Dragapult VMAX, and that's for me that's going a long ways with this Luxray build. So I might just include this as my video footage. So I'll go ahead and energize Luxray and play these 2 Lily's Pokédoll, so we can Electro Step at any given time. So that can give us extra moves if they don't have boss's orders. So we easily took care of Grimmsnarl V, and with that chip damage, we can easily take care of this baby Grimmsnarl as well. So I think they can't knock it out. So all right, that's gonna be game for this one. Not too bad. Alright, we win. I like going first with this one, so mulligan. Our opponent mulligans as well. Okay. Okay, we're up against a lightning deck too. Okay, so Chimecho can go in the active, Blipbug in the bench. We don't have anything in our hand, so we'll definitely have to use Auspicious Stone to get Green's Exploration and Orbeetle. I think I'm gonna play Lily's Pokédoll this turn, because if they knock out, I mean, we have Level Ball. Can get another Blipbug. So the thing is, for me, oh, they have a Mareep. Okay, I'll go ahead and put an energy on Chimecho and just give it to our opponent. So what I do is basically determine at the beginning of the game what kind of matchup I'm dealing with. And you basically have to determine whether or not you need to play 2 Blipbugs, or you can just leave it at 1, because if you put another Blipbug, so if you have 2 Blipbug, basically it's just survival, for survival purposes, because if you don't evolve into Orbeetle, it's game over. So alright, we're dealing with a Tapu Koko V. Yeah, so basically the first thing your first goal is to get an Orbeetle and start getting stage 2s in the bench. That's your ultimate first goal. Because if you don't get through that first stage, then it's game over. So you just gotta get Blipbug through the first few turns, and you'll be good. So if you have an opponent that hits the bench for 50, it's better if you have a bunch of Blipbugs in the bench. That way you have like you have a backup. If they knock out one, you can always evolve the other one. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Auspicious Stone here, get an Orbeetle, and since we have Rare Candy already, I'm just gonna get Pierce instead, because after this turn, hopefully they don't have Marnie. So Another bad matchup is if our opponent has a lot of Marnies and they keep disrupting our hand and we can't set up. And that's actually why I put Dottler, because even if they keep doing that, the chances of you getting a triple acceleration on your opponent's Marnie can actually help you to set up Orbeetle that way without having to use Rare Candy. So Marnie is definitely a huge backdraw against this this deck build. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Rare Candy, evolve into Orbeetle. I'm gonna use Pierce to get a triple acceleration. We have 3 empty spot in the bench. I'm gonna use Switch with triple acceleration, Evomancy, and I'll just get should I get Butterfree? I'll just get 3 Luxray here. That's fine. We'll take it slow. So with Butterfree, it's a good addition, but it is a little bit slow for setup. You have that potential of, you have that backdraw of losing another prize card by using Butterfree. Yes, you energize your Luxray, but then with 130 HP, your opponent can just knock it out. You lose another prize card. So that's like, there's like a pro and con to it. But if you don't use Butterfree, you end up just having to energize Luxray 1 energy at a time. Speaking of lightning, I could have used Tapu Koko in this deck, but I don't know. I actually did play Tapu Koko in my preliminary builds, but it just didn't work out for some reason. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and use Level Ball, put a Blipbug in the bench. We can retreat into it if we need to. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and retreat into Lily's Pokédoll so we don't lose a prize card. So having Chimecho and Blipbug in the bench helps in a sense that when you retreat back into it, you do lose a prize card if they knock it out, but at least you don't lose your attacker. That's basically the idea. I wonder if they have a Tapu Koko VMAX. If they do, this is definitely an up-the-hill battle. They have Electrike. It'll deal 100 damage. Okay, that's fine. So they pass on our Lily's Pokédoll. So they retreated with Tapu Koko V, possibly thinking that we can just knock it out. So they weren't gonna take that risk. I'm gonna go ahead and put Lily's Pokédoll back into the deck. I'm gonna use Chimecho here, and I'm gonna use Auspicious Stone because we need to get more cards in our hand. I'm gonna get Dollar. And you know what? Let's get Orbeetle. We have the Rare Candy. And I'm gonna use Green's Exploration because we don't have any Pokemon with abilities anyways. Because we will need some more options on our hand. So we can get Marnie, things like that. We can get Rocky Helmet to help us with the chip damage. And wouldn't you know it, they have Crushing Hammer. Stupid Crushing Hammer. When you use Crushing Hammer and you succeed, it's good. But when your opponent uses it against you and they succeed, that's bad. Right? But yeah, the coin flipping aspect of Crushing Hammer is I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Rare Candy to get an Orbeetle just in case we need more Pokemon. We need to recover our Luxray. For the meantime, I think I'll just get Lily's Pokédoll here, and I'll get, oh, you know what, dang it, I didn't even I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see that they had a chaotic swap. I should have gotten the Rocky helmet. Just go ahead and get rid of that then. And I'll just put another energy on Luxray on the bench. Electro Step this Manectric. Did I say electric earlier? Manectric, yeah. Then I'll retreat back into Lily's Pokédoll. Okay, we can knock out this Tapu Koko V. They'll need they already used Bird Keeper, so they can't use Boss's Order. Okay, they have an interesting deck build here. Interesting deck build. Okay, they're just gonna knock out the Lily's Pokédoll, which is fine with me. Now we don't have any energy. Oh my goodness. We got one from the top deck. Let's go. Scar Strike. At least we can knock out that Tapu Koko V, getting us 2 prizes and another Lightning Energy, which is good for our second Luxray. So one of my problem here is actually getting energy for Luxray, because I'm thinking of actually adding more energies to this deck build. It's like a pro and con. If you put too much, that's all you get is energy. If you don't put enough, you never get it, or sometimes you don't. And actually, I've lost a lot of games where I just needed one more energy to win the game, and then I never get it. So maybe I can put like a energy search in this build. I could do that. I could use like Skyla to get an energy search if I can't use Viridian Forest. That could be an option. So 100, okay, we survive. We have a Marnie, that's good. I'll go ahead and put this their energy on Luxray. Put this Chimecho in the bench, and I'm gonna Marnie. We have energy retrieval, which is good, so we won't have to worry about losing energy. And we have Ordinary Rod. I'm gonna go ahead and use Scar Strike to get another prize here. So what they're gonna do, you got 3, okay. So with this Ampharos V, they just need one more energy. They'll be able to knock out our Luxray. But they need 3 energy. We need to get Arctozolt to get a chip damage on this Ampharos V. We might just have to use Professor's Research. We might just have to use Professor's Research. I'm gonna go ahead and promote Luxray. Get a twin energy. Attach another energy on it. Use Ordinary Rod to get Luxray back. And 2 energies back into the deck. Let's see, I think we're okay. I'll just go ahead and use Professor's Research. And we can use Rocky Helmet. Here, I'm gonna put it on Chimecho. Electro Step. And then retreat in Chimecho. So we are able to damage Vikavolt V, because I can see that as an attacker here. And they need one more energy on Ampharos V. If Ampharos V attacks Chimecho, they'll get a chip damage, and that opens a way for us to knock it out with Luxray. Yeah. So everything is going our way, which is really good. Scar Strikes, knock this guy out. Get 2 prizes for that. We have a boss's orders. We have our boss's orders and a Lily's Pokédoll. And all we need to do is get that Vikavolt, and that's it. That's game. This is an extremely complicated match here. Our Pokemon, our opponent definitely did use a bunch of unique Pokemon in their deck, which is very interesting. Very interesting. It's probably like a anyways, never mind. Tingly return. Okay, we have a switch, so we can switch out into the rare fossil. Yeah, let's switch out into rare fossil. Let's get a play Lily's Pokédoll. We can discard this rare fossil. Boss's order Vikavolt V. Promote Luxray. Put an energy there. Scar Strikes for the win. Good game. Alright. We are going second this time around. We have a match against VMAX Skittles. That's a nice name. VMAX Skittles. Alright, we both mulligan. Oh boy. We're up against Sandaconda here. That deck is crazy good. I gotta admit, I'm scared. I'm scared of this matchup. I should probably just quit right now. I don't know. So first of all, Luxray is weak against Sandaconda. Sandaconda is a stage 1. It only needs 1 energy, and you can just keep knocking out our Luxray. And Luxray won't be able to knock out Sandaconda with 1 hit unless we set up a rare fossil right away, which we do have, which is good. So let's do that. And I'll go ahead and use Viridian Forest. And I'll use Green's Exploration. Let's see. We already have a rare candy. We don't have Pokemon Evolution. Oh, Evolution Incense. Oh no. So that's not good. How are we gonna evolve into Orbeetle now? How? Tell me. Tell me in the comments below. I think we'll just have to get a level ball and a Pokemon communication. That's how we're gonna get an Orbeetle. And I can use Viridian Forest to get a lightning energy. So I'll just sacrifice the Scoop Up Net. Put an energy on Blipbug. So okay, this is not good. What they could do is evolve into Sandaconda, retreat with Gossifleur, and just start attacking. And that could be the end of us. And they are using a lot of Green's Exploration in this on this. They have evolution in. Or I'm shivering from fear, guys. Shivering from fear. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so their setup is really quick. All they have to do is get a bunch of basic and evolve into Sandaconda, put one energy, and that's it. We have a lot of steps to take. We have to evolve into Orbeetle. We have to get Luxray into the bench and energize, actually, because with just one energy on Luxray, it's just gonna do 40. So we'll need 2 energies on our Luxray to actually start knocking out these Sandacondas. So unfortunately, our opponent has the upper hand on this matchup. I think I'll just do my best. Let's just do our best here. We get another Blipbug. Okay. We can use... we definitely need to use Pokemon Communication to get an Orbeetle. So I'll get that. And then we're gonna wear Candy. And triple acceleration. I'll use Radiant Force to get another lightning energy. And Evomancy. We got 3 Luxray. Okay, that's good. And I'll just go ahead and get Butterfree. I think Butterfree actually will work well here. But they will get ahead in prizes. They will get ahead in prizes. That's the thing. So they'll knock out our Orbeetle this turn. And then they'll knock out our Orbeetle this turn. So we can promote Butterfree. Put an energy on Butterfree. Energize Luxray. As far as I know, Sandaconda doesn't have or doesn't use stadium cards, so I hope that Viridian Forest will stay there, because I think we'll need it. 130 HP, man. Let's see. Let's just put Luxray. I will have to do chip damage on this anyways. You know what? I think I'll just gonna go ahead and use Butterfree actually. At least one of the Sandacondas. Hold on. I could use Electro Step. Okay. And I'll just go ahead and go to Butterfree. I don't know if that was a good idea. I mean, we're dealing with 3 Sandacondas, okay? We can knock one out with this one Luxray. Oh, here, okay. So, Arctozolt did a chip damage on that one. So what I'm gonna do here is Electro Step. Oh, we have a Lily's Pokédoll. That could actually save us. Just gonna use Viridian Forest to get another energy. Put another one on Luxray here. Electro Step. Damage that other Sandaconda. And I'm gonna retreat into Lily's Pokédoll for now. As far as I know, they don't have a boss's order. They can use Green's Exploration to get boss's order, but they won't be able to use it in one turn. So at least all of their Sandacondas now have some type of chip damage. Luxray will be able to knock one out. Let's see, if we knock one out, that leaves them with 2. We can knock out another one. see. Let's use Viridian Forest. Get a energy. I can energize this third one, and I'll just pass because they didn't knock out this Lily's Pokédoll, so I'm fine with that. They actually gave us another turn, which could ultimately win us the game, possibly. Possibly. Oh my goodness. That could be their blunder. Let's see. We can put this energy on Luxray. Scar Strike this guy. They'll knock out ours. So we get a prize card for that. So they'll knock out ours. We can just promote another Luxray, get another energy, knock out their second Sandaconda. They'll have to set up another Sandaconda soon. If they don't, they'll lose all their attackers, and we'll have the upper hand. Because we can just keep knocking out their Gossifleur, and that'll be it. So let's take this one step at a time, but at least I think we're ahead here. They'll knock out our Luxray. We knock this one out with our second one. They knock out our other Luxray, and then we'll have the third Luxray to knock out their third Sandaconda. Whew, this is nerve-wracking, guys. Nerve-wracking. Okay, so they're down to 3 prizes. They're down to 3 prizes. We'll promote Luxray here. But you know what? They're down to 9 cards in their deck. So the more they attack us, the less cards they'll have on deck to actually use. So we'll knock that one out. We get an extra prize card. Dusknoir. So they'll have no choice but to attack here. Because if they don't, we'll not just knock out their Sandaconda anyways. And if they don't have any more Ordinary Rod, that's it. We could have, I think we, yeah. Wait. They probably have one more. Okay. They'll need Ordinary Rod to get a Silicobra. Ooh, I see a Ordinary Rod right there, and that could be what they need to win. But if they can't recover here, I think we got this. I think we got this. Let's just get another energy. I think Arctozolt can even attack Gossifleur if we need to. So I'm gonna go ahead and Scar Strikes to finish off this Sandaconda. I can't believe we're winning here. Oh, put that one in the books, guys. I can't believe it. I won against Sandaconda. Orbeetle has done it again, allowing us to bench stage 2 Pokemon with ease. Luxray definitely has a lot of potential, and it's a pretty powerful card. It's a really good card in a standalone deck, a little inconsistent, but I think Luxray could probably perform better as a secondary attacker. Maybe if it's added in to make an even more powerful lightning deck. This can deal the finishing blow to already damaged Pokemon. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.